What up, what up, what up, world? You already know what time it is. What Mac Miz the host with the most don't need to brag no boast. All I do is give a toast to the real folks who done paved the way, the real way, for us players to play. Now let's talk about it. This whole Umar Johnson, Kevin Samuels fiasco. Now, from my perspective, I think they're both full of shit. But to be fair, Umar likens himself to a clinical school psychologist, right? So I want to really understand what a clinical school psychologist does. It basically advocates for at-risk children and whatnot, right? 'Cause Umar said himself he was diagnosed with ADHD before. So I'm trying to figure it out. I'm like, you got ADHD, and you advocating for kids with ADHD? I guess so. And Kevin Samuels is bringing let's say, a different approach. So I'm trying to figure out why are these two brothers going at it. You know what I'm saying? What's the idea behind that? What's the method behind all the madness? And I figured it out. They both need each other. If they both suck ass simps that found a lane on the internet and they understand that relationships is a big topic. So let's listen to what they have to say.
Hold on, ma'am. Dr. Umar Johnson, the man who calls you queen, mother, goddess, and all this other kind of stuff. And again, for those who will keep us going, this is another woman who comes on and says, talk to us more like Umar. The Prince of Pan African. Big Papa's in the house. Run my donations. I mean, shout out to Umar. I ain't got no problem with the dude, but I think it's funny y'all keep coming over here asking everybody to talk like Umar. Queen Mother God, Cocoa Butter, and sea moss gold. Shit, a dozen. I'm gonna call them the dirty dozen of division. The triple D, the dirty dozen of division. There's about 12 members of the dirty dozen of division, 12 beta males, YouTube life coaches, who are trying to build a platform by making black women feel bad. I don't like it. I can't appreciate black men trying to make a dollar off of making black women feel bad. And unfortunately, our black women, some of them are so thirsty for validation that they're participating. They're participating in the attacks and slander against the black female community, and that's not acceptable. That's not acceptable. No black women should ever subject all of me and man back under this politician TV, UPTV, and respond.
So yeah, there you have it, yo. Umar calls him a beta male. Kevin Samuels is more on a smooth tip, where he's like, you're asking for donations, and you basically pandering to your constituency, like a politician would do, which makes perfect sense. But at the end of the day, we're trying to help the universal family. You gotta have balance, you know. You can't be also Kevin Samuels, oh, because you don't have this stereotypical Afro Eurocentric standard of beauty that is not up to par with what's going on in society. you're not of value, a high value man and all that. And he's talking about dime dudes. Like, what kind of grown ass man calls any type of man a dime dude? Where I'm from, we call them boss plays. Talk about, I don't know about no dime dude and nothing, that bullshit. That's kind of whack still. To even be saying some sucker shit like that. So now we're going back and forth. We're gonna call him Umar, clinical psychologist. Umar didn't open the schools yet, so that's another strike on his behalf. Kevin Samuel say he never said he was gonna open no school to educate black women on anything. Umar said he's gonna open a whole school. I hasn't done a goddamn thing yet. So now, what do we really arguing?
Umar Johnson, the man.
You know what I'm saying? What are we really arguing? We're arguing the fact that two brothers with mediocre ism, like knowledge, know-how of what they're speaking about, and to found themselves a lame lane where they could pander to women and also cater to the community by way of telling them what they want to hear instead of really what they need to know. You know what I'm saying? And it's all about nation building. So a high value man and a high value woman. Nation building is two people that could come together with a consensus that you gotta end the system of white supremacy and replace it with a system of justice. You know what I'm saying? And to do that is to be with a woman of your own race to begin with, and then to have
60% of your team's time
like-minded thoughts, aspirations, for a better foundation between our nations. So let's see. Let's hear one more clip, and after this, I'm gonna let y'all go, man. But y'all, this is funny as hell to me.
Hey everybody, welcome back to No Jumper News. It's Adam 22. Here with your man.
Yeah, fuck, man.
Taken and not being able to have a proper mental. Don't let that little girl inside of you who was victimized as a child. Don't let that little girl inside of you that was victimized by your first husband. Don't let that little girl inside of you that was sexually assaulted or physically assaulted by her mother's boyfriend. Don't let the pain of that little girl. Don't let the pain of your inner child, black woman, don't let the inner child run your life. You don't need to be looking for no dude that's making six figures. You need to be looking inside yourself for the part that is still broken from past relationships. That's allowing you
This
to
is
get
that
talked to by
Derek
this
Jackson.
dude like you're just a dog.
He got caught
That's
cheating
the
on his
first
wife
and
too.
foremost thing that you need to do. Remember the type of woman, if you're a woman, remember the type of woman you were on the path to becoming before you got broken.
So you see, all these suckers are finding a lane, and I feel like women nowadays are more lost than ever, man. And this is the, and then they gotta pick from, man. Slim pickers out here, boy. Come on, ladies. These guys are glorified simps. If you didn't understand, know the deal. I'm gonna let you know.
And like they have that, like they have a man who wants to take care of the household, then they just be like on a high horse, or they have a different mentality, the generational curse. I believe the way everybody's beliefs are, like, it's the opposite of what it's supposed to be. So I've dated like two older guys, and I just got out of a relationship with an older guy. He was about to be 40, and it's like amazing. Like their mindset is just like crazy, like he was very manipulative and like emotionally and verbally abusive, and it's like I know how to, because I've been so independent. Like I know I'm like I got the disease to please, so like I know how to cater to my partner, and do what I need to do on my end, but I've never had anybody like willy nilly like take care of me, Well, let me back up.
This is cool.
Okay.
The disease to please.
In your state where you're broken, you're going to attract. It's easier to attract predators. That's why I'm saying you need therapy, because whatever your desire to please, that may be there, but you're going to have an unhealthy expression of it because you attract predators. Even in a short period of time that we've been together, you said a lot of things that given to the wrong person with the bad intent, they can use it against you. Je suis extrêmement fier de Zachary. Quand COVID est arrivé, Zachary a fait probablement 1500 secondes.
Oh, whatever, man.
To get closer to you.
He
That's not me.
hitting you up with a. Alright, quick.
There's a way to be open and to tell people who you are without becoming vulnerable to them. And the way you're going to become vulnerable to them is understand yourself. It's not for us to wrestle with God. It's for us to submit to the things that we have out here already. So even if you can't afford it, there are people who will sit back and give you most consultations with life coaches, but I actually would recommend an actual a psychiatrist, somebody who can diagnose depression, bipolar disorder, differences, somebody who can actually prescribe medication, even short term, like Prozac, Zoloft, antidepressants, because these things can tend to help.
He's telling the woman to take
30, 60, 90 days just to get you kind of level to where you can kind of see clear for the first time. Don't close off any doors because that you don't know what is sitting on. And often you sit online and just
get
search psychiatrists or life coaches, psychiatrists or things like that.
That's what he should do.
Just go online and
he's online giving people advice to go get therapy.
Most
take drugs.
therapists offer free initial consultation. Right. Do me a favor. On here is a message function on Instagram. Message me and just let me know that you did book your appointment. Can you do that? Yes. I don't need to know who you booked it with. I just need to know that you did it. Okay. You gonna do that? Yes, I'll do that. All right. I'll hold you to that. I'm a man of my word. All right. All right. Good night. Number one thing he talks about is
he's broken and he's
at the end of the day,
kind into it,
there's some serious psychological trauma on both sides of the party. Yes.
Go get help, man. I need you to send me. Make sure you did it. You know what I'm saying?
We were 80% married.
Not if it helped her.
Some of the worst times, Black Lives, Jim Crow, slavery, segregation, all some kind of stuff. We were married at a rate of 80%. Every woman in the world, but we're talking about our queens. Every woman in the world needs a man who loves her without any interest of sexual intercourse. Listen to me well, Black woman. In order for you to be healthy, you have to have a man you can go to and get emotional healing and support. The Black man provides more in a Black home than just financial support. He provides direction, guidance, gratification, fulfillment, and discipline for our children.
Right.
See, Black men, we got to get our root chakras under control. The Black man has to get his root chakra. Black men, the reason why some of us are so hypersexual is our root chakra is out of control. We have to get our root chakras under control if we really want to serve the black
And you know
sisterhood. I'm going to say it again.
he
We got to
studied
get our root
psychology because he
chakras
keeps
under
repeating
control
shit
so that
3
we
or
can
4
be of
times,
better
man.
use to our women. A good black woman has self-respect. She don't have to go out naked just to get the attention of a man.
This is Shahzad Ali speaking.
And they come up to
And she's more qualified than all of them. Speak about how
to me after the lectures, and they'll be talking to me, and they'll say, "Well, you know,
black
all he
women
think
should be
about is sex. All he think about is my
in
body." I
relation
said, "Why don't you show him
to
something
black
else?"
men.
The way we are moving in the world, it's time for us to close our legs. Close your legs. Open your heart. It would be an affront to my spirit
Ayana
to
Van
dishonor
Zandt.
another woman by betraying her confidence, sleeping with her man, not honoring my word to her, talking about her. I couldn't do it. The reason why some of you beta males in the chat can't understand, overstand, and understand what I'm talking about is you have been mentored by beta males who have positioned the black woman as their enemy. You have been mentored by beta males who have raised you to believe the black woman is your problem. I had a beta male say earlier, Dr. Umar, black women been in charge of the black community for 60 years. No, she hasn't. The white man, has been in charge of the black community for 400 years. The black woman.
See, that's some crazy shit. That's real spit. That's real life, you know what I'm saying? See, y'all gotta understand it. There ain't no role reversal. It's gender conflict. And we don't want that. You know what I'm saying? We want a oneness. You know what I'm saying? Man and woman together. Universal man, universal woman. Fly having their shit together at the same time, understanding each other's flaws, you know what I'm saying? Keeping it real in the field while forgetting how they feel. Boy, man, Lizzo, and I'm out this piece. Peace.